We have been worried about the rising national tension arising from high food inflation and the consequent skyrocketing food prices and the general high cost of living. We have undertaken our independent study and review of the situation, including convoking a national civil society roundtable to discuss the national economy with particular reference to the economic reforms of the Tinubu administration. And we had in that program, which was held between January 31st and February 1, 2024 here in Abuja, noted that indeed there is pervading hardship, but also lauded the reforms which, if handled with honesty and dexterously, will transform the economy. Our position was contained in a communique which has since been published in most national dailies. Most of you are aware that we released our communique encouraging Nigerians, noting the problem, encouraging Nigeria, and that is why this press conference is important, because we believe that providing Nigerians with the important information from government will also help in calming things down. While we have noted the various efforts of the Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris Malagi, to keep Nigerians informed in the most honest and decent way, his particular decision to come up with this ministerial press briefing is most suited and fitting for this moment, which it appears there is a silent crisis. We therefore commend him and his ministry very sincerely for the initiative. Nigerians need information to navigate this period, even if it is just to keep their hopes alive. And indeed, this is what the Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation has achieved by inaugurating this ministerial press briefing. Yesterday, therefore, marked an important epoch in critical engagement and information dissemination as far as the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration is concerned. And that importance was underscored by the sheer number of global media organizations and personalities that were present at that briefing yesterday, including editors, bureau chiefs, and senior reporters. Of course, on the government side of the dignitaries, which included the special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Ononoga, Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Information and National Orientation, all heads of agencies of the Ministry of Information and directors. It is well understood. The strategic importance of the program is well understood by the government itself. The inaugural briefing, which featured the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, CON, was scintillating and very engaging as programs, policies, and ideas were met with media scrutiny. One thing very remarkable is that the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, apart from giving out very important interrogatable information, also received very important feedbacks, which will in no mean measure reshape the strategies of the ministry as it works out its plans out of the food security crisis. We were also informed that tomorrow, the Friday, February 16, 2024, the ministerial press briefing will feature the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Doris Uzoka Anite, certainly featuring two ministers in the inaugural week of the program, and within a space of 2 days emphasizes the significance of the ministerial briefing at a period which we must admit is an unusual one in the life of our country. The good thing is that no minister will offer any excuse why they will not face the media and Nigerians to give account of their activities. If they like, let them come and lie. We will follow them up on those lies. We know that there are ministers and ministries that have nothing new to show, and those ones constitute a clog in the wheel of our national development. We shall call them out at the appropriate time. There shall be no space for ineptitude and unproductivity especially at a time Nigerians need all they can get from the government. Know that the outcomes of this ministerial briefing will form talking points and subjects of policy reviews and analysis. The feedback will certainly reveal the reality of the programs, policies and projects, and citizens' perceptions about them. Once again, the ministerial press briefing, which has now commenced in earnest, is commendable, it is laudable, and most handy. We sincerely congratulate the Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation and his team, and indeed the entire Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation. We are excited that the information gap which may have existed is being addressed by this program. This is surely the right way to go, especially for an information minister who places a high premium on honesty in communicating government activities. Therefore, in order not to misrepresent any issue, it is important that ministers directly involved take this platform and engage directly with the public through the media. Again, this is important in an era of gross deficit in trust between government and citizens. The Ministry of Information and National Orientation is succeeding in winning back the confidence of citizens in the information given by government on any matter. Coming from our most recent experience, this is very important. You know, we got to a stage where even when government is saying the truth, the perception is a lie because of the plethora of lies that were being dished. And I think that the decision of this minister to continue to correct, communicate to Nigerians in very decent, verifiable way, if sustained, will be very, very important in making the citizens trust government. We shall follow up on this program as it proceeds. We shall interrogate the information we receive, and we will do our best to use the civil society platform to review the information as they come and engage the various ministries as the needs may arise. So far, so good. With the Ministry of Information and National Orientation, and indeed the federal government, we wish the Ministry of Information and National Orientation and indeed the federal government all the best. There will be no undue confrontation except where there is a need for it. We will do our best always to promote what is right, criticize what is wrong. That is how to make our country work.